Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Days of Our Lives. Latest episode Salem is once again at the center of a massive storm, and longtime fans of Days of Our Lives are struggling to catch their breath. Just when viewers thought things couldn't get more explosive, shocking new reports reveal that 4 major stars have been fired, 5 beloved roles are being recast, and a wave of epic twists is about to completely rewrite the future of the show. This is not just another routine cast shuffle, this is a full-scale reset that will change Salem forever, for decades. Days of Our Lives has thrived on shock value, emotional betrayals, dramatic exits, and jaw-dropping returns. But what's unfolding now feels different. Insiders are calling it one of the most aggressive behind-the-scenes shakeups in recent history. Characters fans grew up with may vanish overnight. Familiar faces will suddenly look very different. And storylines are about to take turns no one saw coming. Let's start with the most explosive part of this bombshell: 4 stars fired. Firings are always controversial in the soap world, especially when contracts end abruptly or actors are written out with little warning. In this case, sources suggest that a mix of budget cuts, creative disagreements, and storyline overhauls led to the decision to let go of several key performers. While the official announcements may remain vague, the impact on Salem's canvas will be anything but subtle. One of the most shocking exits reportedly involves a long-running character who has been deeply embedded in multiple storylines. This isn't a quiet fade into the background. This is a sudden stop. Viewers can expect rushed story conclusions, emotional goodbyes, or possibly even off-screen explanations that leave fans furious and heartbroken. Social media reactions are already exploding, with many fans accusing the show of disrespecting legacy characters. Another firing is said to involve a newer fan favorite who quickly gained popularity. This decision has confused many viewers, especially since the character was positioned for long-term storytelling. Insiders hint that creative clashes may have played a role, with writers choosing to pivot in a completely different direction. The result? A storyline that will abruptly end or be handed over to another character entirely. The third firing appears to be tied to budget restructuring. Soap operas are no strangers to financial pressure, and Days of Our Lives is no exception. In order to free up resources for new story arcs and fresh faces, producers reportedly made the difficult choice to cut a familiar name from the roster. Fans may see this exit framed as a dramatic departure, but behind the scenes, it's all about numbers. The 4th firing is perhaps the most controversial of all. This actor's performance has been polarizing, sparking intense debate among viewers. Some loved the drama they brought to the screen, while others felt the character had overstayed their welcome. Producers seem to have listened to the noise, and now that character's journey is coming to a sudden and permanent end, but the chaos doesn't stop there. Alongside these firings comes an equally shocking revelation: 5 major recasts are on the way. Recasts are always risky. When an actor becomes the face of a character, changing that face can alienate viewers instantly. Yet Days of Our Lives has a long history of successful and producers are betting that lightning will strike again. 1. Major recast reportedly involves a core family member whose presence affects multiple generations in Salem. This character is central to ongoing storylines, which means the transition will happen on-screen rather than off-screen. Viewers will be asked to adjust quickly. As the show pushes forward without slowing down for comfort, another recast centers on a romantic lead whose chemistry with their partner has been a driving force of recent episodes. Replacing this actor is a bold move, and fans are already divided. Some are open to fresh energy, while others insist that the original actor defined the role. Expect sparks, comparisons, and intense scrutiny from the moment the new face appears. The 3rd recast may surprise longtime fans, as it involves a character who has been played by the same actor for years. Sources suggest that scheduling conflicts and contract negotiations fell apart, leaving producers no choice but to move forward with a replacement. The storyline impact will be significant, especially for families tied to this character's legacy. Recast number 4 involves a villainous role, and this change may actually work in the show's favor. Villains thrive on unpredictability, and a new actor could bring a darker, more dangerous edge to the character. Writers are reportedly leaning into this shift, crafting storylines that will push Salem into uncharted territory. The 5th and final recast is rumored to involve a younger character, possibly a legacy child who has been aged up for more mature stories. This change signals the show's intention to invest in the next generation of Salem residents, setting the stage for long-term drama, romance, and rivalry. Now, let's talk about the epic twists coming alongside these cast changes, because this is where Days of Our Lives truly shines. Firings and recasts are not happening in isolation, are fueling massive plot developments that will ripple across Salem. One major twist involves a Shocking betrayal that will destroy a trusted relationship. A character believed to be loyal will be exposed as a manipulator, rewriting everything viewers thought they knew. This reveal will tie directly into one of the firings, making the exit feel explosive rather than quiet. Another twist centers on a long-buried secret finally coming to light. This secret connects multiple families and will trigger a chain reaction of confrontations, alliances, and revenge plots. Expect emotional breakdowns, slaps, and unforgettable dialogue as the truth explodes. A third twist involves a presumed dead character who may not be as gone as everyone believes. Days of Our Lives loves resurrection stories, and this one could change the power balance in Salem overnight. If this return happens, it will intersect with a recast, creating confusion and shock for both characters and viewers. Romance will also take a dramatic turn. One popular couple is heading straight for heartbreak, while an unexpected pairing begins to form in the ashes. These shifts are designed to keep fans guessing and emotionally invested, even as familiar faces disappear. And finally, an epic twist involving control of a powerful family legacy or business will push Salem into a new era. Greed, ambition, and betrayal will collide, setting the stage for months of intense drama. This is only the beginning. Days of Our Lives is entering a bold, risky chapter 1 that could either reignite the show's legacy or divide its fanbase like never before. Firings, recasts, and twists are rewriting the rules, and Salem will never be the same again. As the dust begins to settle from the initial shock, fans are left asking one urgent question: how exactly will these firings and recasts reshape the world of Salem? The answer is complicated, emotional, and deeply unsettling for longtime viewers who have invested years into these characters and their stories. The first Fired Star's exit will send immediate shockwaves through multiple storylines. This character was not operating in isolation. They were part of a tightly woven network of relationships involving family, romance, rivalry, and unfinished business. With their sudden removal, writers are forced to reroute emotional arcs, creating sudden gaps that must be filled quickly. Expect characters left behind to question everything, grieve unresolved conflicts, and in some cases, rewrite history to cope with the loss in one particularly devastating twist. A romantic storyline tied to this firing will collapse without warning. What was once a slow-burn love story is about to become a tale of regret and unanswered questions. Fans who hoped for reconciliation or closure may never get it, and that emotional void will linger long after the character is gone. The second firing introduces a different kind of chaos. This character's departure is expected to be wrapped in controversy within the story itself. Rather than a clean exit, the writers are reportedly crafting a morally complex downfall that paints the character in a far darker light than ever before. Secrets will be exposed, alliances shattered, and trust obliterated. This narrative approach ensures the character leaves a permanent scar on Salem, even in absence. What makes this exit even more painful is how quickly it unfolds. There will be little time for characters or viewers to process what's happening. One moment, everything appears stable. The next, Salem is dealing with betrayal, fallout, and irreversible consequences. This kind of storytelling is designed to shock, but it also risks alienating fans who crave emotional payoff. The third firing is quieter on the surface, but no less impactful. This character's removal is expected to create a power vacuum, especially within a prominent family or organization. Without their guiding presence, rival forces will step in, leading to intense internal conflicts and shifting loyalties. Characters who once followed orders will now fight for control, pushing Salem into a dangerous new balance of power. Meanwhile, the fourth firing will leave behind unanswered questions that haunt the canvas. This character exits amid mystery, leaving viewers to speculate whether the door is truly closed. In true Days of Our Lives fashion, ambiguity reigns supreme. Is this character gone for good, or is the show planting seeds for a shocking return years down the line? For now, uncertainty is the only certainty. As these exits unfold, the focus shifts to the 5 major recasts stepping into the spotlight. Each new actor faces immense pressure not just to perform, but to honor the legacy of the character while making it their own. The first recast will be introduced gradually, allowing viewers time to adjust. Early scenes will emphasize familiarity, shared memories, recognizable mannerisms, and emotional callbacks to the past. But beneath the surface, subtle differences will signal a new era for the character. This balance between old and new is critical, as the character's decisions will directly influence multiple storylines moving forward. The second recast arrives under far more scrutiny. This character is involved in an intense romantic storyline, and chemistry will be under the microscope from day one. Writers are reportedly giving this pairing high-stakes material immediately, forcing viewers to accept or reject the new dynamic quickly. Passion, conflict, and emotional vulnerability will define these scenes, Leaving little room for neutrality, recast number 3 carries the weight of history. This character's legacy spans years, and fans have deeply ingrained expectations. The new actor is said to bring a more assertive presence, shifting the character's role from reactive to proactive. This evolution may upset purists, but it also opens the door to bold new storytelling, possibilities that weren't possible before. The fourth recast represents a tonal shift for the show's villain landscape. This new portrayal is darker, colder, and far more calculated. Gone are impulsive outbursts, and their place is quiet menace. Writers are leaning into psychological warfare, creating a villain who manipulates from the shadows rather than striking in the open. This change will raise the stakes across Salem, especially for characters who underestimate the danger. The fifth recast symbolizes the future of Days of Our Lives. This younger character's transformation marks a generational transition. With storylines focusing on identity, ambition, and moral conflict, these arcs are designed to resonate with both longtime fans and newer viewers, ensuring the show's survival in an ever-changing television landscape. But recasts alone aren't enough to carry this transition. That's where the epic twists come roaring back into focus. One of the most explosive twists involves a shocking alliance between two characters who were once sworn enemies. United by a common goal or perhaps a shared secret, they will blur the lines between right and wrong. This alliance will directly challenge Salem's moral center, forcing other characters to choose sides. Another twist revolves around a secret paternity reveal that will rewrite family trees and ignite old grudges. This revelation won't just affect one household, it will ripple through the entire community, creating tension, jealousy, and emotional devastation. A third twist introduces a moral dilemma so intense that it will test the limits of loyalty. One character will be forced to choose between protecting someone they love and exposing the truth. No matter the decision, the consequences will be permanent. As Salem braces for these changes, one thing becomes clear: Days of Our Lives is not playing it safe. The show is taking risks, embracing uncertainty, and daring its audience to come along for the ride. Some fans will cheer, others will rage, but no one will be indifferent.